I don't care. But when you get caught, remember that. I don't care. Look like we live and rolling. We unscripted. Let's turn this light down a little bit, man. Alright, that's better. Yeah, kid, that feeling. I would say come on in, everybody that's joining. My niece just jumped on. Malaysia, Malaysia. Which I know how we do. Let's get started. Yes. Yes, 2 times. I know the vibes though. She like, they go. She like, we go. On a Saturday, she like, ooh la la. We go, ooh la la. She like, ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out that bed like, where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, we appreciate you, but by all means, come on in. Over here, we deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes when people don't be acting flaky, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you jump off the page, hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with Popovich TV, good looking. But you know how I do. Y'all know how I plainly start my show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. And we in the end game because Rhoda Usman, a.k.a. the Brick Lady, yeah, now she's NRE. Now she's on the run eating like Noriega, and you hate the law, nigga, break it. I don't care, but when you get caught, remember that I don't care. And that's how most people are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you out there breaking the law, you out there swimming and backstroking like Deathstroke was the best stroke. You out there backstroking, and the fuckery and the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. When you get caught and you get on the phone and your family's like, you hate the law, nigga, break it. I don't care, but when you get caught, remember that I don't care. You need commissary? I don't care. You need hygiene and hygienic products? I don't care. And of course, I'm being funny, but I'm not. Y'all know I've been locked up. Y'all been following the channel. You know that I'm not an angel, and I know what that yakisobe, chili con corn, and I don't care is all the way about. Why am I bringing this up? I'm bringing this up because the Brick Lady, and I'm being funny when I call her that. Obviously, she's not the Brick Lady. She's just known for allegedly, maybe kind of, sort of, being smacked in the face with a Brickington. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and most of y'all ladies, like, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Come to the front of the congregation. Y'all was, you know what I mean, going hard, and you was hopping out that bed, and you know what I mean, for this chick. And I will maybe kind of say, rightfully so, you hear about a story of a black woman getting smacked in the face with a Brickington. That's you. You know what I mean? Who believed it without asking any questions, without ascertaining the truth, or at least trying to see, like, hold on, let's pump the brakes. Whole bunch of black, you know what I mean, men standing around, whole bunch of niggas standing around, etc., etc. Woo, 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 and Then you come to find out that this shit is not true. And you had a lot of podcasters, you had a lot of you know, these channels, these YouTube spaces, these social media platforms going hard, like hop up out the bed, get your swag on, like yo, these black men, these black males, like really talking down, like come along, we have a party to attend with some real, like talking down, and this shit not even real. This shit not even real, and you know now she on the run, allegedly, maybe kind of sorta. They put out the ABB, like, listen, bitch, we know you was lying about them GoFundMe pages. We know you was lying about getting hit with a brick and pumping your jawbone and all that shit with silicone or whatever she, you know, whatever she did. Then you see her like, yo, I ain't gotta lie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why the fuck you lie? Like, you ain't gotta lie, Craig. She's like, I get dough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's some shit Cam would say. Like, you know what I mean? I ain't gotta rap to get my money. I get it how I get it. You know what I mean? I'm being funny, but I'm not. Some Cam shit. I get it how I get it. She was like, I don't need that to get money. You know what I mean? I'm getting money. And Ben getting money. Ben getting money. Right? That's a great Fire and Popovich reference. Gotta toot their own horn. Ben getting money. She like, I ain't gotta, you know, go through no schemers and scammers and none of that. I get money. Word? Like, all right, we got you. We got you. Then nigga do a little research because you know the internet is undefeated. Whether you with it or you against it, and like Thanos said, you can run from it, you can dread it. Destiny arrives all the same. That's just how it is. The internet is undefeated even in 2020, 24. I mean, like, the way we starting off this year, we still undefeated. So niggas do a little digging like, yo, this bitch, you know what I mean? This bitch got a case from like 5 years ago. She pulled the same stunt. She asked her for money. She GoFunded me. And a lot of people bit the bait. You know what I mean? Like, y'all got swooped in. You got caught up like Plymouth Rock fell on your head and you got bamboozled on some Malcolm X shit. You know what I mean? Like, they willed and dealed you 3-card Molly. You thought you had the Queen of Jack. I mean, like, nah, that's the same shit. And you got dug for your money. And you sent her money. Or maybe you didn't send her no money. I didn't send any money. And of course, I'm being funny, but I'm not. But people are so quick to just jump on and go along and get along. And that sounds crazy, like no homo. You just jumping on and you don't even know all the facts. You don't even care about all of the facts. Because that's how much invested you are in the imaginary or really the war that's going on outside. No man is safe from. You can run right. Streets that we done took. That's a Mobb Deep reference between men and women and who's the prize, who's breaking their back to make this shit work. And you say, damn, you lesbian, you Somalian, you know what I mean? You hating on black men, and all this shit is a lie. We ain't gonna spend too much time on. She don't deserve that much time. What I'm saying is a lot of you women, like, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the fuck is the ladies at? Y'all really went hard for her. You know what I'm saying? Y'all went hard like she was Taraji P. Henderson out here talking about it's hard out here for a pimp and they not paying me my worth. You know what I mean? Not even on some Monique shit, but y'all really went hard for Taraji. And this chick right here was just straight up lying. So now that we know that she lying and the lie detector determines that was a lie. Like, that was a lie. You said your box was good, but that was a lie. You said you was cooperative and you was willing to work with a nigga, but that was a lie. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. Now what should be the penalty? What should it be hitting for? For her. And, you know, again, you hate the law, break it. I don't care. But when you get caught, remember that I don't care. Like, what should be the penalty for her for lying to us, trying to bamboozle, trying to gaslight, as they say? You know what I mean? This bitch motherfucking gaslighting shit. She gaslighting shit. Can't even do this shit right now. Heads is all motherfucking. She gaslighting, but is you buying it or is you selling it? I was selling it from day one. Let's talk about some other shit. Speaking of sales and speaking of what it's hitting for. Snoop Dogg recently came out and said that fans only approached him and wanted to allegedly, maybe kind of sorta give him $1 million to pull a baby arm out and lay it on the line like dun dun Dun, like your life's on the line. We're going to give you $1 million, and all you got to do is, you know what I mean? Don't stop, pop that, and whip your dick out. What? And he like, nah, I'm good. I got a wife, got some kids, I got some self-respect, I got some dignity. Like, I got some dignity. You know what I mean? Albino, what's the word, my guy? I mean, like, I got some dignity. I'm not going to be whipping my dick out for y'all today. Oh, no question, no question. Now, I mean, nigga know about them Bear Hill days. Do you know about that yakisobe and chili con con? But Snoop Dogg said, nah, I'm good. I'm not going to whip out the baby, you know what I mean? Alligator, just to show y'all to get $1 million. Number one, Snoop Dogg got a couple dollars. That's number one. He's still spending that Martha Stewart money. He's still spending that Death Row money. He's still spending that, what's my motherfucking name? Snoop Doggy Dogg. He's still spending that money, and no matter where you rank Snoop at, if you a new, like a Gender Z or genders, you know, the new eras and shit, like if you some new niggas, y'all some new niggas. Snoop Dogg is a American treasure, obviously, with Dr. Dre and the albums and the songs that they produce, in my opinion, for that time moving forward. Quick reference, just go see the verses with Snoop Dogg and DMX. Rest in peace, DMX. You already know the vibes, my guy. You know what I mean? Just go look at that verses. Even though they wasn't really coming at each other on some Locks and Dipset type shit. Hit after hit after hit after hit. Snoop got a lot of fucking hits. And so, verses wise, he gonna knock a lot of people out the box. But he like, yeah, I got morals, I got values, I got principles. So Shay Shay and Chad Ocho Cinco, the gold jacket, you know what I mean? You know, they got they nightcap shit or whatever. And salutes to them, because they doing it real big over there. So they were saying what they would or what they wouldn't do to motherfucking get the $1 million. Now, both of them is NFL players. They've been getting to the bag, you know what I mean? They've been getting to the bag. They like, for $100 million, I might. And then Ocho like, you know, what about the kids? What if your partners say X, Y, Z? Would you do it? And obviously, it's the famous movie. Well, I'm only saying famous because it generated a lot of buzz. You know what I mean? As far as indecent exposure, where it was a rich guy. I guess it was a dude and his wife. You know, they was down in their luck. If I'm not mistaken, I don't want to fuck the movie up. But pretty much he was going to offer her $1 million. Like, you know what I mean? And who wants to be a millionaire? They was going back and forth with the moral aspect of it. Like, should I get this nigga wild blowjobs and shots from the back? Or should I, you know what I mean, keep it in-house and respect my husband and my temple, right? And so, we know that this shit been going on. People been selling their shit to the highest bidder. And it's all for sale, and depending on where you fall at on the sideline, or should I say the railroad tracks, you giving it up or you not. It's just a matter of, it's just sold for sale or not. Snoop Dogg been had money, like been getting money, been getting money. If he didn't have money, would he have put it all on the line just for $100 million? Is you putting it all on the line for $100 million? Where do you draw the line to say, you know what I mean, y'all really getting out of pocket with asking me to do this shit? Because that's not my steez. You know what I mean? 702, like I like his stilo. That's not my steez, so you know my steez. So that's a Method Man reference. Crunch a nigga like a Nestle. You know my steez. You know I'm not down with, you know what I mean, certain bubblegum shit, even if you tossing a couple dollars. But we see in this era of it's all for sale, people are willing to do almost any and everything just to get a view, just to get a couple dollars. So Snoop like, nah. Shannon Sharp, I think they was playing for the most part. Him and Ocho Cinco was, you know, talking about would they do it, would they not do it. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. You know what I mean? 100 million, what you willing to do? And some people sell their soul for $100. Fuck 100 million. Like, you know what I mean? $100, I'm willing to risk it all. Like Fat Joe. Like Carmelo, I'm willing to risk it all on that song. You know what I mean? Like, you willing to risk it all for a measly $100. And some women is putting their shit online for sale for $500, $1,000 to the highest bidders. Some of your favorite porn stars, like Keep It a Buck, like Ice Spice said. That's right, keep it a buck. Keep it a buck. Like, to keep it a buck, we was live and direct. We was unscripted, authentic. That feeling out there in Houston, no, Dallas, All-Star Weekend. Seeing some of your favorite porn stars, you know, offering it up for a measly $1,000. And I'm saying measly, you know what I mean? Because although everybody don't got $1,000 to pay for no buns, especially for no buns, for those that do got it, it's nothing. It means nothing. So that's $5. That's $1 to a millionaire or a thousandaire, like Jada said. A lot of niggas is thousandaires walking around town front like they got mills. From what it's worth, I'm one myself, but my strength in the hood outruns my wealth. Right. So although I'm a thousandaire, this little $1,000 that you charging to get the back door, the front door, to get whatever I want, and you rubbing your hands like Birdman, ladies, pay attention. You rubbing your hands like Birdman, it's nothing to a, you know what I mean, a nigga that got it. It's just fucking, you a pack of M&Ms. I'm being funny, but I'm not trying to like low level you. But for a person that has it, and you on the market for whatever you in the market for, they got it, then it's nothing. Right? You a pack of rice. You a 99, you a $2.99 instant minute bag of rice that they selling in commissary. 1, 2, 3. You get cooked up, chefed up real quick, your face in the mattress. Back shots, black face, what's the word though? Seeing your flashback motherfucking video of Africa and all that, you know what I mean? Like, big up to Mexico and Africa. Shout out to my nigga Blackface. On the check-in on a Saturday Night Live. We live, we rolling, we unscripted. I know the vibes. Listen, get it how you get it. Do what you're gonna do, but just accept that shit on a swing back. Like, if you accepting it in real time, when you swing back around, just accept that shit. For instance, have the same energy you having when you selling the box and niggas is buying it. When you get a little older, you think about like, damn, you know what I mean? I kind of fucked up or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't blame nobody. We all got 24 hours. We all got one life to live that the Most High gave us, and we got to make better choices, better decisions. And like the saying goes, if you know better, then you do better, right? Like, you know what I mean? You got a new sweater, a new hat, it's a new era, then do better. Let's talk about this other shit though, right? Let's talk about Marlon Wayans. My nigga Great Fire said he was gonna send me the joint, you know what I mean? And here it go right here. Let's talk about Marlon Wayans, you know what I mean?
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's a movie. It's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's a movie. Some of y'all niggas think y'all in movies, but y'all really not. Like,
I'ma get you sucker
like Keem and Ivy Wayans.
Living in color, bam bam, major pain. Homie, don't play that.
Low that million chain.
Back and forth with that. Hey man, we on the scene. Bill lighting up, fire marshals on the plane.
Y'all know what it is. Y'all seen the clip spinning. Marlon Wayans talking about the black men and men in dresses, right? Obviously, I mean, first and foremost, let's bring that back because it's fire. Let's bring it back, you know what I mean? Let's bring it back while we talk.
It's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's
Not
a
too
movie.
loud?
It's a movie. It's a movie.
All right, so what position did you expect him to take, right? Like, he is a artist. He probably is a little sensitive about his shit. That is too loud. What What y'all expect him to say? That it's not cool to wear a dress? That it's, a narrative being painted? That it's a line being drawn between the saying and don't cross that gun line, boss? I mean, I ain't really expect nothing from him. I will say that White Girls is a classic. Definitely wild funny. All of Wayne Brothers is mad funny. Obviously, they made this song Live in Color. Well, they didn't make this song. That's Great Fire in the back. They made Live in Color what it is. Sprinkle a little Jamie Foxx. Sprinkle a little Jennifer Lopez. Sprinkle what's the other girl? The other dancing bitch that was in a lot of Mary J. Blige videos back in the days. It was a hit. You sprinkle Jim Carrey and you got Live in Color, right? And, he recently went viral. He recently went viral. Let me pull this shit up real quick. Talking about why is it that, when a white guy like, the Mark and Mindy and, he committed suicide, he self-deleted himself or whatever. That is different for, them, but not for us. So this is it. You're talking to a black man that put on a dress.
That conversation to me it's silly.
It's silly.
Because it's a negative thing that is only in black people. We have, for some reason, been programmed to look down on the craziest parts about our experience. That we're supposed to not embrace our past, not embrace our history, not embrace our heroes, not embrace our different levels of comedy, that we have to be this way. When Robin Williams puts on a dress,
that's his name, Robin
and
Williams,
his Mrs. Doubtfire, he gets nominated for an Oscar, and white people think it's
he did get nominated.
His community embraces him. When Dustin Hoffman puts on a dress in Tootsie and he wins an Oscar,
people love Tootsie. If you're not familiar with what he's talking
about. When black people put on dresses, all of a sudden we're labeled by our own people like something negative. And I'm like, we did White Chicks. That's a classic movie. Mm-hmm. It's a classic. I don't care what nobody says. It's a classic.
Is it a classic?
That whole thing about, you put on a dress and you selling out, that is not
Marlon Wayans, people.
Mindset. When you're an artist,
here's my stance. And here's what I think. That's why you tuning in, right? Pop if it's TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here. One more again, right? Hit the subscribe button. Stop playing around. Stop stealing. This is my thing, right? It is different levels of comedy, of being funny, what's not funny. A Dustin Hoffman, a Robin Williams, rest in peace. May Allah have mercy, because he self-deleted himself, and condolences to his family, even though it's been years now. Even though, in the overall spectrum of things, death is never, easy to get over, and everybody deal with it a little bit different. There's no real right or way to deal with death or love somebody. That's a Keith Sweat reference. There's a right and a wrong way. When it comes to wearing dresses, being compared to the other, right? Like, the other man from the brotherland, like a Brand Nubian reference. We not white. We're not them. We don't move like how they move. We don't represent like how they represent. We don't culture vulture. Like, Like, the thing is, what really did you expect him to say? He wore the dress. Now, I'm not saying he got clapped from the back. I'm not going to put that on him. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know if he got clapped. I know that his brother and his family, they seemed like they had a good grasp on what they was doing. And I know coming up, in the earlier days or back in the days, I'm not a youngin', I'm not a kid anymore. When they had Living in Color, that's what we looked forward to. Martin Lawrence and Shanae and all that. That shit was funny to me. However, it's a difference when they approach you, like hit you on the bat line, like Cat Williams, like it was me and Ludacris, and one nigga left and he had to shave his sideburns, and the other nigga left and he was Cat Williams, shit still intact, and oh yeah, I got the haircut, you know what I mean? That part, you know what I mean? Why do we feel so comfortable doing it? Okay, it's art. And that's like a Drake, right? Like, we're going to hop into the subject right next. Drake and Mos Def and he like, yo, it's like target music. That's like Drake coming on saying like, nah, I'm not target music. You know what I mean? Or ooh. Of course he's gonna feel offended or say like, damn, bro, I'm better than that. I got bars. Like, and niggas is John, you know what I mean? Like, I got John Blaze shit. And this is my 4th album, and niggas is not recognizing. And that's a Bad Boy reference when niggas was, you know what I mean, the mad rapper. Niggas is not recognizing. I think it's just a little bit different. One is because a lot of times we don't control our own narrative. So yeah, you can say, yeah, I'm just being comedic. I'm being charismatic. I'm being myself. I'm being challenged. You know what I mean? Like, this is, I can play a woman, I can play a child, I can play a homeless, I can play a crackhead, I can play like whoever you feel like you could play. And Halle Berry, you know what I mean? Like Halle Berry, Jared Goff, Halle Berry. You can play anything. But in order to get that Oscar, we know you got clapped by a white man, right? Billy Bob Thornton, you know what I mean? Challenge. Denzel, we know you can act. We know you was Malcolm X, and no one man should have all that power. You pointing the finger and shit. Classic, iconic cinema parts and in cinema and film where we just like in awe. Like for me, anyway, you know what I'm saying? But you get an Oscar for Training Day. You get an Oscar Halle Berry for getting them cheeks clapped. And people questioning whether or not the scene is really real. Like, is it real, son? Is it really real, son? Let me know it's real, son. Is it really real? Something you can feel, son, load it up and feel like, you know what I mean? Like, is it really real? You getting your cheeks clapped by Billy Bob Thornton, and so you get an Oscar. But in your other roles, you don't get an Oscar. Will Smith in that, what was it? 300 Degrees of Separation. He told a white guy, I would like to fuck you, or I want to fuck you, or whatever it was, some crazy shit crazy. Then we look at Jonathan Majors, you know what I mean, hop about the bed like you looking for a friend and you running down New York City like you doing a Running Man. Shout outs to my nigga Al B, like you doing a Running Man, and Doug E, like you doing a, you know what I mean, like you doing a Running Man down the street from a white woman, right? And it's like, yo, bro, why are they painting you like this? And Martin Lawrence with the Big Mama, with the Wesley Snipes, with the Vin Rames, you could say like, yo, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. Fuck what the black people perception is of me and me wearing a dress. I'm just being creative. I'm just being, you know what I mean, funny. I'm just painting the picture. And a lot of people are really not buying that. I'm not buying it. I'm gonna say, yeah, I liked White Chicks. I thought it was funny. I think Marlon Wayans and his brother, you know what I mean, Damon Wayans, all Major Payne, you know what I mean, I think all of that was funny. Living Color was funny. But I'm really not with wearing the dresses, especially if you don't have to. And I get it. It's another thing now when you're trying to differentiate, you know what I mean? Let's get back to this. Let's go again, you know what I mean? It's a movie.
It's a movie.
It's one thing to say like,
It's a movie.
man, it's one thing to do it on your own, then have them people come talk to you. Like, yo, we gonna do X, Y, Z. You gotta wear a dress. You gotta wear a gay. You gotta do X, Y, Z in order to go to the top. Like, all the way up, you gotta do X, Y, Z. If you don't gotta do that, more lateral, flying with the barrel. Like, if you don't gotta do that to get to the top, and everything is strictly on your own, I can see that. I can give you a little more leeway. But when we see Kevin Hart, right? Say, when we see Kevin Hart come out and say, you know, I've never been approached about a dress, and, you know, then like 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, like immediately, like you got this medium shirt on, you muscle niggas in the gym, and that's you trying to look for attention from the women that's not even thinking about you. I'm being funny, but that's just the reality. That's you with the medium shirt on. You did 100,000 push-ups before you came to the gym just to take your shirt off and think chicks that's in there that they looking for attention go and give you attention. If they approach you and say, yo, do X, Y, Z, we got you. Or you doing it on your own. I do look at that different. It can still be painted with the same brush. Like, damn, bro, you doing X, Y, Z for some views and shit. But it is different, like if the Illuminati in New World is approaching you and you just doing it on your own. Because if you're doing it on your own, then nobody's approaching you, nobody's making you do it. Jonathan Majors, you running down the street from the white girl, right? But you do a movie like The Hilltop or whatever that movie was where you tongue kissing a white guy. You kissing a nigga belly button and all that. You out here in these movie acting streets looking crazy, shit crazy. Just because they gave you 5 million. You tongue kissing a man because they gave you 1 million. You kissing a nigga belly button because they gave you 500,000. And some niggas and some men, some people will look at you like, yo, bro, you couldn't give me 10 million, 1 billion to kiss no man. I don't give a fuck how fucked up I am. You couldn't pay me to do that. And then some people, you don't got to give them nothing. You can just promise them a little something, and they're going to go behind the woodshed and, you know what I mean, all crazy, shit looking crazy. Come on. It's absolutely not the same. So I just thought that was funny with Marlon Wayans. You know what I mean? I don't expect nothing different from him. Of course, he's going to, you know, have that stance because what other stance can he have? He already put the dress on. Not saying they made him do it, but you already did it. So if you say anything against that, it's like you a hypocrite. You talking down to yourself or you sending shots and strays at yourself. And it's like, I already wore the dress. I already did what I had to do. So I'm not going to feel shamed about doing what I felt I needed to do in order to get to the top and be the best around. And nothing's ever gonna keep you down. You're the best around. Like, you're the best around and nothing's ever gonna keep you down. So you're gonna keep the train rolling. I'm not knocking you. I'm just looking at you with the side eye. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about another side eye and how what really happened could be painted into some shit that's like, whoa. Like, you know what I mean? I had this bad chick uptown, she was whoa. Bro, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, had this bitch fucked up in the head, I mean, whoa. Should have seen the diamonds on her wrist, like, whoa. And this is what we're talking about. We're talking about Angela Rye, the CNN, you know, political pundit, the hip-hop pundit. Sometimes she jumped on the Breakfast Club and she put a little 2 cents in and she gave her little 2 cents on what she thought it is, what it is, right? So recently she on a podcast. I'm not sure what she on. She like, yo, Chris Cuomo, a week before they fired me, hit me on the bat line like, yo, tinsel crouch. You know what I mean? Like, what's what it's hitting for? And some of the people, you know, on these different platforms, these different channels, they're like, what's tinsel crouch? They're like, what? Like, what we talk about? You know what I mean? Official ma, what's the word, my guy? They're like, what's tinsel crouch? And, you know, if y'all not familiar, I think I got the pictures just to show y'all. Because this shit was crazy. Shit crazy. No, this is not it. Apologies. Trying to find it for y'all. Anyways, I can't find it for y'all. Anyway, Angela Rye, she used to be on the Breakfast Club. She used to come on there sometimes. She was on CNN. She was the, you know, political pundit, etc. Chris Cuomo, the brother of Andrew Cuomo, who was the governor of New York City, and I'm from New York. allegedly, maybe kind of. So I do want to get the picture though. So matter of fact, let me get the picture. Pictures of Angela Rye, Tinsel Crouch.
Here are some images of Angela Rye Tinsel Crouch from the web.
Yeah,
Take a look.
Take a look. Let's see what she got. They're not showing it. I don't know why they're not showing it. But I'm going to just do it this way. Angela Rye, Tinsel, photos, images. They don't even want to show you the shit. They don't even want to. It's inappropriate. They don't want to show you the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you online with your tinsel crouch and all that, view image. And so this is Angela Rye. I don't own the rights to her photo or none of that bubblegum shit. This is her right here. And make no mistake about it, I think Angela Rye look good. Let's first start with that. I think she looked good in the tinsels and without the tinsels. So allegedly, maybe kind of sort of, she put it all on the line. She put it out there. Your life's on the line. And at the time, she was at CNN. She was working with Andrew Cuomo, etc. And I guess he sent her a text like, "Yo, woo, tinsel crouch," and she thought it was a little, odd, weird. She felt funny. She like, damn, why you commented on, my tinsel crouch, and you making a comment on that, and she felt, violated. She felt squeamish. She felt, uncomfortable, and whatever words you want to insert. Now this is my thing right here. First, I mean, number one. Number one, if you don't want people to comment on what you're doing, how you doing it, where you doing it, don't put it on social media, right? Like, for instance, your house get robbed. You in Barbados. You in Vegas. You somewhere like dirty soda in the styrofoam. Spend a day to get my mom. You out somewhere turning the fuck up. You posting that. Then back home on the bat line, niggas is robbing your crib. You come back to your crib like, oh shit, niggas booked me. Like, niggas really took my motherfucking salt shakers. And that's you. And I'm not laughing at you being robbed. I'm just saying, like, this is the real life. It's an evil world out there. Future reference, right? The future meme. So maybe you shouldn't post while you out of town. And you probably thinking like, I could do what the fuck I want, huh? People shouldn't want to rob your crib just because you going on vacation and woo, woo, woo. And That's not reality, ladies and gentlemen, and low life. That's not reality. The reality is, once you post that you in West Bubblefuck, there's some people that's doing worse than you. They're not as well off as you. They doing bad. And as soon as they get the opportunity to Dame time, like that's Dame time, they gonna go in your crib and take all your motherfucking pork and beans and your french fries and your hot dogs. They taking whatever they can take. That's just how it is. You may say, yo, that's fucked up. Niggas robbed my crib, they booked me. But you posted that you was gone and that your house was unprotected, that your house was left abandoned and for the bandits to come in there and get it. Like a Popovich reference, they run in your crib, they there to play off, the cops blitz quick, so let the K off, get the weight and the guap, then skate off, I jukes, pins, bump, pake, then I let the K off like, you know what I mean? Like swish. They booked you. They booked you because you told them your business. You told them you wasn't going to be in town. You told them that, you know what I mean, you was doing X, Y, Z, and they seen the opportunity to come book you. We got to stop doing that. So, in reference to Angela Rye, she co-workers with Chris Cuomo. I don't know their relationship. I will say that it's inappropriate. Like, you know what I mean? If y'all not having these conversations at work, this is the first time you kind of gauging her to see what it's hitting for. Famous, what's the word, my guy? Thought you was going to hit me back on the bat line and listen to some of those new tunes. Everybody check out my nigga Famous, just on the check-in. He got some new music kitchen, in the, you know what I mean? Risking in the kitchen with the stir fry. Y'all should go check some of his shit out. Popovich approved. I'm vouching for him. Anyway, we don't know what their relationship was like at work. We don't know what their relationship was like outside of work. And I'll just say this. I do think it's inappropriate for him to come at her like that. But it's only inappropriate in this sense. Like, we know that, unfortunately and fortunately, I'm not mad at the fact that women can pick and choose who they want to give their box to, who they want to give their tinsel crouches to. Like, mwah, mwah. You feel like giving your tinsel crouch to Brad and Chad Ochocinco, to Club O'Shea, to James Harden, to Popovich TV, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, then by all means, give that shit away. Like, don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that, pop that. You know what I mean? Like, Doodoo Brown, give it away. Go ahead, that's you. I don't have a problem with that. What I have a problem with is the fake tears, if you felt violated, if you felt like this shit was inappropriate, you can't hit him in the text, right back in the text like, listen, I get it. I put the shit on social media and it's all for sale. I put my crouch all over the world. Like, I'm not Mace, you know what I mean, and Brandy, but I do it to your girl on top of the world. Like, send me the number and I do it to your girl on top of the world. I put that out on social media, let everybody see what the cheeks is hitting for. And even though I'm on CNN, even though I'm at the Breakfast Club on a regular, even though I consider myself a Christian, a Muslim, sleeping with the jinn, that's a Lauryn Hill reference. Even though people could judge me for standing online, I mean, she got the Superman pose. Hands on the hips, like hands on the knees and the ass, and like hands on the knees. You know what I mean? Like, you make the ghetto girls put their hands on their knees. And you standing there in all your glory. You know what I mean? Da-da-da-da. Look at my tinsel crouch. And people say, damn. Like motherfucking Ice Cube and, you know what I mean? What's the Smokey? Damn. Shorty could get it. Like, Shorty could get it. I hit on the bat line, bend over, cheeks clapping. Right. This is what Angela Yee and her platform, and this is what the sexual liberation is about for a lot of women. You see the, you know, the, what's the chick name? Ashley Burgess, you know, the such and chick Burgess who Jaylen Brown is clapping, her daughter, talking about how she gave her baby daddy, you know what I mean? And that's you. Head every morning, getting head in the whip and not crashing it till you get lockjaw. And it's like, you put that shit on social media for the world to see. We seen it. We gave an opinion on it. This is how we feel. You shouldn't be able to dictate how we feel, how we think, how we see it, how we view it. And so maybe Chris Como was like, listen, damn, I'm here talking. She comes sit at the desk table every night. We talk this fake political bullshit. You know what I mean? The Democrats, Republicans, and Donald Trump. And if rappers was presidents, I would get Trump's vote. That's a Nas reference. Fuck all that. This bitch is online putting the pussy out there for everybody to look at and judge. Let me hit her up. And then some women is like, oh, you know, he's married. Oh, how dare you? But y'all be the first ones. I take your man, bitch. And your man was, you kissing your man and he was licking my box. Right? Right. That's you, ladies. Or at least it's some of you. Y'all very quick and eager to point out that you could take a bitch husband. I take your man, bitch. That's you. Y'all quick. That's like a flexing. Like, I got big balls. I got big nuts. I take your bitch from you. That's what they be saying. I take your man, bitch. Yeah, your pussy stink, bitch. I take your man. And that's you. So, we quick to do that. But when the guy says, damn, them jeans is painted on you. You looking type good in them jeans. I ain't know when I seen you at the desk and we was talking this political bullshit. I see you in them tinsel crouches and you looking type good. So what is hitting for? Oh, he's married, he's this. But you could take a married woman's husband. You quick to sexy red and booty brown and your box is pink. But that's you, right? Don't you love those songs? Don't you hop out the bed? That shit is your motherfucking alarm ringtone. You waking up like, you know what I mean? Booty hole brown and your box is pink. He like, yo, I like how you looking. Your tinsel crouch is looking mwah, mwah. I see you on social media. I can't say that as she felt uncomfortable, that it's okay. What I will say is just, yo, listen, Cuomo. I know I put that picture up. I know every day you see me on the Breakfast Club. Like, I know you see me in the video. I know you heard me on the radio, but you still don't pay me no attention. Listening to she's a freak, she's a hoe, got a different girl every day of the week. Like, listen, I know I put the picture up of me in my crouch and all my splendor, but that's inappropriate. Don't talk to me like that. I got a nigga in the back. I got a husband in the back. You got a wife. Let's just keep it strictly on air, on TV shit. If he would have went over the line again after she checked him one-on-one, then I could see like, oh, this nigga's foul. This nigga's this and this and that. And I understand that because of the light that he's painted in, that it looked like he's the bad guy. Oh, women can wear what they want. They can just walk down the street. Guys should have self-control. I agree with you. Men should have self-control over their actions, over their private parts. Like, just because you see Cherokee the ass, you know what I mean, walking down the street, butt-ass naked, like a bucket naked. Papoose, what's up, though? Bucket naked. That don't mean you should go run past and grab her ass. I agree with that. You should have some self-restraint. You should have some self-discipline. You should have some dick discipline, my guy. However, ladies, where the ladies at? Everybody's not on the same playing field. Everybody's not in the right frame of mind. And everybody's not, you know what I mean, gonna get it. So you may walk down the street in your lace front, you looking good and you looking like sunshine from motherfucking Harlem Nights, and a nigga just go crazy on you, like, yo, I should be able to wear what I want. I should be able to look like Harley Quinn from DC and walk down the street on a regular day. You should, but you can't get mad at men that look at you like a piece of meat. And damn, shorty could get it. She should have hit Cuomo like, listen, bro, I get it, I look good. Like, I mean, like, damn, I look good. On some Remy Ma shit, right? She just got the song with Mary J. Blige and the good girl going like, damn, I look good. Like, and you know what I mean? You should be wearing this. We get it. You look good. You on TV every day. And niggas should have self-restraint. But he didn't. He didn't say, I want to bend you over the table. I want to 50 Cent gray you. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to 50 Shades of gray you. I just say, yo, you look good in that tinsel dress or the tinsel bikini, and I'm just letting you know that I think you're attractive. Listen, Cuomo, you're married, so stop it. I don't think you look good. I don't think you're attractive. Listen, don't approach me like that, because I'm gonna expose you, nigga. Don't play with me. Then I can see if he still came out here like, yo, fuck is you talking about? Like, I'm your boss. I like what I'm looking at. Then I could see her saying, I'm about to expose all these niggas' texts. I'm going to get him. But you crying and boo-hooing just because he like, yo, I like your tinsel crouch, and that's the picture you posting all over social media. I just can't buy the cries and the wolf cries. I just can't buy that. So for me personally, I'm like, Cuomo, you probably shouldn't have did that. But what red-blooded man ain't gonna look at some buns that he think is attractive, and then if I know you, and I'm gonna say this too before I jump to the next topic. Y'all know I'm not an angel. Y'all know I did time upstate. Like, yeah, Pop If It's TV, we live, we rolling. I did time upstate. And when I came home, one of my first jobs, that I had was working at a tax place. Working for Food Bank to be exact. Like, let's be specific. Transparency. That means I can see you if you're not hiding, and you definitely can see me because my page is open. So in 04 I came home, 10 years, did the tax course, went through the process, got my certificate, started doing taxes. 2005, from 2005 all the way to like 2011, I did taxes. So I learned to be a tax preparer, a tax checker, then even start managing the shit, managing my own site and all that, right? So when you're doing taxes, you get to see all people's information, etc., right? And when I was working there, I had just came home. I was in a relationship, but it wasn't that serious yet. You know what I mean? Just exploring my options. But I had coworkers that was females, that was women, looking good, like, wow, like, damn, shorty could get it. I'm not gonna say their names, you know what I mean? But both of them was from the Barbados, like Rihanna, like my nigga, you know what I mean? Like Rihanna, when he did that shit in the cypher, and he said her name like 5 times. Royce the 5'9", right? Like Rihanna. One of them, they husbands, they both was married. Both of them was married. And we didn't do anything inappropriate, but we did talk inappropriate. And a lot of the times the conversation was about, their husbands not being sexually active, their husbands not bending them over, doing them filthy. And I'm saying, damn, I just came home, so like Scorpios, we the best. Like DJ Khaled and another one. Right. I'm being funny, but I'm really, really not. Scorpios, we the best. I'm going to just leave it at that. Both of them used to always complain about the hours their husband worked, the lack of intimacy that their husband displayed. And I used to always look at both of them like, damn, I know I'm rocking out. I got a little situation that's complicated, or I just came home. I don't know all this shit. I'm real green. And I was green. Keeping it a buck, I was really green. But both of them would have knocked down crazy if they gave me a chance. And then sometime while we was talking, I'm thinking like, damn, you telling me your husband is not knocking you down. Sometimes you just want him to come home, bend you over the counter all crazy, do you crazy, right? Like, hey, this is what it is, right? Don't judge me, because it's mad women channels that be talking crazy. They talking crazier than me about what they want done to them. And a lot of times, this is just a side note, because this is my show. We live, we rolling, we unscripted. There's no set format to my show. Fellas, like ladies, gentlemen, and lowlifes, gentlemen, a lot of times your woman will cheat on you because you looking at her like a flower. You looking at her like Flower Bomb and, Wale and all of the little poetry and all that. Mwah, you want to kiss her forehead and make her feel special. She want to be dug out crazy in all type of ways. Feet on her face. And I know, like, this is not a kid channel, so I know I can speak like this, and I'm full transparency. Even though I really don't like to be talking about my sexual escapades and all that. Y'all don't need to know all my business. Just know that Scorpios, we the best. But some of you look at your woman, your wife, your lady on some, that she's don't want to be done dirty. They want to be done dirty. Super filthy, like, she's a super freak, she's super freaky, yeah. And when I was talking to my coworkers about their husbands, nigga, one was a cop, you defending New York City. You keeping it safe for people like me and you. And that's you some fucking civilians. You fucking do good. It's too bad you couldn't do good at marriage. And that's an Eminem reference. And I'm saying, damn, I just came home. I just finished looking at all type of black tails and Buttman magazines. And you telling me your man and your husband won't do what? He won't tie you up and do what? Again, I'm being funny, but I'm not. I'm keeping it really a buck. This is what we was talking about at work. Now, I didn't pop none of them. I wanted to. I would have. But I didn't. So imagine how much inappropriate shit I done said to them. Like, I'm like, oh, word? Such and such. Your man come home like, that nigga cheating on you, or you wore. Because I'm like, yo, you look hella good. Like, you come to work, your little slacks and your little blouse and your little motherfucking baby skin hair. Your sideburns looking gorgeous. Right, that's you. I'll knock you down. You go out on a date with me, or woo, woo, woo. They could have hit me with like, you being inappropriate. You shouldn't be talking to me about it. Then why are you telling me your husband won't come home and touch you? Why are you telling me you like this and you doing this and woo 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 and Angela Rye? I get it. People like, yo, that's why you don't follow your coworkers on social media. True. You don't got to follow your coworkers on social media. But once you put it out there and it's all for sale, anybody can have something to say about it. So who the fuck are you? Like Slick Rick said, I'm Slick Rick and something. No, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you to tell me that you put some shit on social media, I can't have an opinion. I can't have a take on it. You know, once it's on social media, it's out there for public consumption, and it's all for sale. And I'm just telling you, if one of my coworkers at that time would have been like, woo, woo, woo. And I did hit some of my coworkers. Let's keep it a buck. That's right. Keep it a buck. And keep it a buck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, let's keep it a buck. See what it is. Even though I still was green and I still was learning what it was hitting for at that time when I first came home, I learned a lot. I've seen it all, been it all, done through it all, and that's a Mobb Deep reference. You know what I mean? Like, doom, doom. I put my life between these papers lines. I'm that Hollywood nigga who fight crime. Yeah, P, you heard of him. I'm that, you know what I mean? That's white lines. You heard of him. Pop more shells than you hole in them. Ladies, if you don't want men to be sexually interested in you, if you don't want men to look at you with a certain vigor, like give this speech with vigor, and pass the wine cooler, you big black nigga, like you jiggling, baby. Go ahead, baby. You jingling, baby. Go ahead, baby. If you don't want nigga to be all up in your box, all up in your section, looking at you, undressing you, then you probably should be mindful of how you wear. And even if you wear some conservative shits, niggas is just perverts. Some of them, right? And I'm not saying that that's cool. What I'm saying is the tears and the crying, I thought that was a bit much for Angela Rye. If you really thought he violated you, text that nigga right back like, yeah, I know you seen my social media picture. I was on the gram showing it. I still got it. Styling on these bitches. I'm a baddie. Like, who knows? Her mindset could have been that. That's some of you ladies. Y'all can't wait to style and floss on a bitch that y'all think is under your level. Like, I'm going to style on these bitches. Y'all really feel that shit in your heart and your chest. For real. Like, you know what I mean? You got the implants. You got the double D's and you throw some D's on that bitch. Like, throw some D's on that bitch. You know what I mean? You just brought a Cadillac. You can't wait to style on these bitches. We get it. But if you don't want a man to sexual object you, then you probably want to be mindful of what you're wearing. Real Right Flav, what's the word? You probably want to be mindful. That's how I looked at it. Don't come at me on some bubblegum shit. You know what I mean? Let's talk about this shit, though. There's a lot of shit spinning in the clip. Speaking of tinsel crouches and city girls and shit, let's talk about Young Miami. Young Miami, that's you. And, you know, we got Big Act. Shout outs to Big Act. One of the pioneers. He kind of like recently went off on her. And to my knowledge, to my understanding, since Diddy is facing a lot of charges, a lot of pushback, a lot of shit going on with Diddy. You know, he paid that 30 mil, and did he do it? Did he drug her? Did he grape her? If you didn't do it, then did he? Why did you pay her? Like, did he do it? Did he drug her? Did he grape her? If you didn't do it, then did he? Why did you pay her? We're talking about Cassidy, that is, right? And, you know, Young Miami, she had her little podcast. You know, Carissa and all that. We know she liked to get pissed on, peed on. And we know she had her back and forth with academics, right? Academics came out and like, yo, I think she recently came out and diss academics, you know, talking about you know, he shouldn't be talking on women and he shouldn't be doing XYZ. Hold on, let me just check these stores real quick. What the fuck is going on? Hornets covered. Oh, these fucking bitch ass niggas lost. Damn. Looking like it's no chicken dinners tonight. I'm feeling bad right now. I'm checking the scores. Anyway. He like, yo, you know, since Diddy step back from her since he got a lot going on, you know, with the Cassidy and the allegations, and you know everybody's talking about, you know, what's going on, and all they fake like, yo, we been knew this was happening. However you viewing it, right? You're like, yo, nobody's really buying into that city girl shit no more. Nobody's really, you know, really rocking for that, checking for that. So she got a song where she dissing academics, like, you know, academics talking on women shit, you a bitch ass nigga, etc., etc. And my thing is, all right, that's cool. You want to diss Big Act? You got, you know, some lines up your sleeve. You want to let them out. You want to show a nigga, you know what I mean? You got bars, etc. And my thing is, you know, if you follow the channel, Popovich TV, we live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. You know what I mean? That feeling. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We know that we ain't really jump on the city girl wave. We ain't really, you know, buying into that whole, the gorilla, the Megan Thee Stallion. Even when Megan Thee Stallion came out, this is no knock. She got maybe 1 or 2 songs that I'm rocking with, maybe even 3 or 4. I can't, you know what I mean? Outside of that, it's like, all right, where's the hits? Because this is the music business. Where's your hits? Are you going to keep coming with hits? And so when we see Young Miami, you know, act like, yo, that shit is horrible. That shit is L trash. Sprinkle some dessert on them, moist dessert. And she like, yo, you know, you a bitch ass nigga and woo, 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 and ah. But the question that I have is City Girls over? Is this run in music? Is this point in time where we got the Sexy Reds, the Young Miamis, the TJs, and, you know, the Ice Spices? I know men is definitely tired of. I'm going to say as a, oh shit, my nigga SNS, Icy Gang, you know, before we start the show, we smoke on that poison, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Shout out to my nigga Icy Gang. I did have an opinion on your oh, but you black, and niggas buying, you know, buying the white brands and buying the black brands. I just never spoke about it, but we're going to speak about it a little later on. So everybody, shout out to my nigga SNS. You know what I mean? Shout out to my nigga Harlem in the building. You already know. Poison, go check my nigga out. Super Fire Harlem. He a real one. Stand up. You know the vibes. Anyway, niggas ain't really checking for that shit. And like Prodigy said, before he died with the hard-boiled egg, for those that's buying that shit, that nigga like, yo, niggas not buying that shit. Show me the last time when niggas brought a KRS-One album. Show me the last time niggas brought a Mos Def album. Like, it's conscious rap and then it's unconscious rap. And niggas ain't buying that shit. So for me personally, I'm not riding around listening to City Girls. I'm not riding around listening to Meg Thee Stallion and Rich Nigga 6 Figure, that's my type. And, you know, I get it if that's you, ladies. Pretty much, what's the word? I mean, if that's you, I get it. That wasn't me. So when Big Act is like, you know, that city girl shit is kind of over with, I kind of agree. You know what I mean? Like, he's saying she not talented. I don't know if she wrote her own rhymes or if it's some Quentin Miller shit. And you know what I mean? Like, Quentin Miller, that's 250 for a Quentin Miller verse. Meek Mills, is he writing for you? Was he not writing for you? Or really Drake rather? I don't know, but I know I wasn't really running to the motherfucking phone and play some city girl shit. The thing is though, is he right? Yeah, I love the oldies too. You already know that's a fact. Like I'm stuck in the time zone when it comes to certain type of music. Now if I'm in the car, I'm in the gym, I'm in somebody else's car, you know, I'm in the back of a cab, they gotta play their shit, you know, then I'm subject to whatever it is they listening to. But as far as me, I'm not listening to certain type of music, especially as a man. I think the female rappers of today, cheers, we drinking wine. I think they isolate themselves when they when they target a certain type of audience. On to the next. What's up, young lady? I think you know, if you a city girl and you targeting city girls, then a regular guy, or you know what I mean, a guy that's doing XYZ, he probably not gonna be able to ride to that shit. He probably not gonna be able to relate to that shit. If you pigeoning your, you know, putting yourself in the box, so to speak. So for me, I can't really listen to Meg Thee Stallion now. Do I like the bougie, the bad and bougie, with Beyonce or certain songs. Yeah, I mean, you know what I mean? Girls like it, so you nigga gonna like it. But am I listening to it? Am I putting it on? Am I on the treadmill? Y'all know if y'all follow me, when I'm in the treadmill, you know what I mean? Like, am I putting on that? No, I'm not. So when he like, yo, the city girl music is type dead, I agree. Now, maybe not for some, but for me, I agree. So he like, yo, you got to go back to rapping. You got to go back to rhyming now, because get over here. Diddy took that, podcast back, and now it's looking like, you know what I mean? You had a lane. He took the lane because he's going through, obviously he's going through a lot right now. Whether you think he's guilty or not, and did he do it? Did he drug her? Did he rape her? If you didn't do it, then did he? Why did you pay it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, no matter where you stand at on that, all jokes aside, he took that back. You know what I mean? Like, now you see a, you know what I mean? Like what Kanye said, some people, like, you back up in the club trying to me now. Meanwhile, she out doing the same thing now. Nightmares from your dream, girl, make you scream out. She in the club with her old, you know what I mean, baby father. You was with Diddy. You was acting bad. Now you not acting bad. You in the club with your baby father. And again, some people was like, oh, she wasn't loyal. Nigga, pump the brakes. She was there for a good time and a good time only. She knew what it was. They wasn't no real item. They wasn't no real couple. Diddy was doing what he wanted to do. She was doing what she wanted to do. Now it's just being publicized because y'all catching in the club her baby father behind her. This ain't no new shit. What y'all thought was gonna happen? Did he pull back from her? Or she pulled back from Diddy? What you expect? They ain't gonna continue to collab. It was only good for a while. It was good. Now that it doesn't make sense anymore, I'm gonna go my separate way. You go your separate way. She even said on one of her shows, like, we together, but we not together. When we together, woo, woo, we gonna go bad. We gonna have fun. And a lot of women was sucking that shit up. They was lapping it up. They was motherfucking buying into, the status she was playing. Big Papi or Big Mama holding up the sign at the award show. Big Papi, Big Daddy. And he like, I'm gonna take your show. I'm not fucking with you no more like I was fucking with you. Go on about yourself. Go back to the streets. Go back to your baby father. I'm dealing with some 30 million issue shit right now. Like, you know what I mean? I'm dealing with some shit right now. I don't got time to be entertaining you, and so we go together or we don't go together. Like, bitch, so you see I just had to pay 30 million? So we goes together or we don't go together. No, we don't go together. I gotta pay 30 million. Know what I mean? Like, what the fuck? That's how I would have been if I was Diddy. Like, yo, listen, keep that shit over there. Like, I gotta pay 30 fucking million. I don't want to hear, is we a couple and we go together and is we together or not. I don't want to hear that shit. I'm just saying, if I was Diddy, I wouldn't want to hear that shit. So is City Girl music over? You hear, Ice Spice, you got the Gorilla and, fucking nigga FRTE, and, again, I just briefly quoted the, the Ashley Burris, what's the chick name? Instagram model. She like 40-something years old. Bernice Burris or whatever her name is. That's her daughter. She was on the Angela Yee show, and she was pretty much just talking about how she give her baby daddy head a morning, a day, and almost to the point where she thinks she got lockjaw. So now the nigga that she deal with, he ain't even gonna be able to get the full services because you got lockjaw. So women is doing their own thing. Ladies, if it makes sense, it makes sense. Fellas, if it makes sense, it makes sense. I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to put no shit on you. What I'm going to say is, as a man, I wasn't popping in City Girls. I wasn't popping in Meg Thee Stallion. Certain songs I wasn't popping in. That's just, I can't get into it. I think they isolate themselves when you make certain type of music. So was the City Girl era over? I won't say 100% yes, but I'll say it's on life support. You know what I mean? I'm going to definitely say it's on life support. I'm going to definitely say it's on life support. Let's talk about this shit. Let's talk about, Sadiq Bey, a.k.a. Mos Def. He was on a podcast recently talking about Drake and Scorpios, we the best. Obviously, I'm October's own. I'm a Scorpio baby, and we are the best. I mean, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button if you're a Scorpio. Drop it in the comments if you feel like you the best. What's your sign? Let a nigga know. You know what I mean? So recently, he was on a podcast. Some chick was asking him some questions, and pretty much he was basically saying that Drake is he's a pop artist, and I agree with that. For the most part, I think Drake is a pop artist. A pop artist to me is a popular artist, unconventional music, genre. You rap, but you not rap. Then it's also the KRS-One statement: rap is something you do, hip hop is something you live. And you think of the greats and the purists, who's really an MC and who's really with the shits. And KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, Kool G Rap, Jay-Z, Nas, you know what I mean? Lil Wayne, Scarface, Busta Rhymes, Rick Ross, whoever you view. And then it's also, is it lyrics, it's delivery, it's longevity, it's wordplay, it's storytelling. In my opinion, and I actually never gave my top 5 dead or alive, and that's just off one LP. I never actually gave that. I only really go into how I say Nas is number 1, Hove is number 2. That's my list. Nas number 1, Hove number 2. But I never really rounded out the top 5, my top 10. However, for the sake of argument, I do view it as lyrical ability, your flow, your delivery, your punchlines, your metaphors, your swag, your longevity, your oohs and ahs. All that matters to me as an MC and as a rapper or a person that does this thing that we call hip hop, right? Then it's the hits, because this is the music business. So who got the most hits? And we was to do a versus, and we challenge your 20 best songs versus my 20 best songs. A lot of rappers can't fit into certain categories. Like, you won't be able to be up there if this was a UFC boxing match, or if this was a, fight class, and, Roy Jones Jr., Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Muhammad Ali. Some of y'all are going to get your ass whipped. And it's just also, too, like, in certain eras, anybody could be a rapper, and this is one of the eras. You got a little YouTube, you got a little Instagram following, you a little funny, you a little handsome, your sideburns is gorgeous, you got a little baby hairs, you got a little coochie on, you got a little money, whatever it is, your little gimmicks and schemes and all that shit. And like Jada said, a lot of niggas is front like they got nails, and you got a gimmick and a scheme, but you really not that nice. When certain artists come around, or if you was in a cypher with certain artists, a lot of y'all niggas couldn't rhyme or keep up. That's how I view it. Like, certain rappers, if you was, for instance, if you was the rhyme with, let's say, Biggie, Hove, and Lil Wayne, and you was the number 4 and 5 rapper. If you ain't nice like Big, fucking Lil Wayne and whoever else I said, Jada, then you out of here. You ain't gonna be able to keep up with those rappers. You're not gonna be able to keep up. The Redmans, the Kool G Raps, and niggas just got wordplay over wordplay. Imagine you in a cypher with Big Daddy Kane, and he on some rapper stepping to me. They want to get some. But I'm the Kane, so you know the outcome. Another victory. They can't get with me. So pick a BC day, because you with history. Like, certain rappers is just super duper duper nice. And if you was in that era with them rapping, it would be clear and obvious that you can't fuck with them. Nowadays, hop up out that bed, get your swag on, like, took a look in the mirror, said, what's up? Yeah, I'm getting money. Oh, and I like that song. But you can't fuck with Jada. You're not going to fuck with no Styles P, my nigga. You're not going to really fuck with Hove. You're not going to fuck with Nas. You're not going to fuck with Big Pun, Biggie. You're not going to fuck with Rick Ross. You're not going to fuck with Busta. You're not going to fuck with T.I. You're not going to fuck with Scarface. You're going to be done. Like, you're going to become a resident of Queens. We're going to move you an apartment to Queens, and you're going to be done. Because you can't fuck with those artists that I just mentioned. the Lloyd Banks of the world, and niggas gonna be running laps around you like, damn, this nigga really think he a rapper? Like, really? Like, you know what I mean? This shit gonna get uglier than a masterpiece sneaker. So with that being said, right? You got Drake. That's how we started this. And started from the bottom, now we here. You got Mos Def, who I think is a top-rated MC. I think Mos Def is a top-rated MC. And one of my favorite songs by him is My Umi says, shine your light on the world. Shine your light for the world to see. Like, that's one of my favorite songs. Miss Big Booty, Miss Black. I mean, like, Mos Def is nice. Like, and in the cypher or niggas just spitting bars, he probably will eat a lot of MCs. However, if you say like, yo, let's do a versus, you, me, Drake, who gonna have the most songs that people can recite, people can relate to, people can fuck with? Of course, it's gonna be Drake by a landslide. And like Jada said, excuse me, we drinking, we having a good time. Saturday Night Live. Like Jada said, and how your man died, and it wasn't close. It was by a landslide. Like, shit is by a landslide, my nigga. You can't fuck with me. You can't spit as fluid as me. You not as nice as me. You're gonna get eaten alive. And Drake, if he was to do a versus, he would eat most of the people that actually do a versus with him, in my opinion. However, is he considered pop? Yes. Is he considered a crossover, not a real type of MC? Yes, in my book. And this is from a Drake fan. I fuck with Drake. I like all the, you know what I mean, the song with Rihanna and the song he wrote for her, and, you know what I mean, Draft Day, the East Side, and all the Drake songs. I'm a Drake fan. I like Drake. I actually think that as a lyricist, he actually really is nice. And like he said, you know what I mean, I'm singing on these songs, but, you know what I mean, I'm still bodying. You getting bodied by a singing nigga. And, you know what I mean, like, she wasn't with me shooting in the gym. I do think he's talented in that sense, but it is the back talk of Quentin Miller writing some rhymes for you. People helping you, and you not really fully, you know what I mean, on the pen game, writing your shit like that. But on the verses, he gonna eat a lot of niggas. And on the verses, you ain't gonna want to see Dre. He gonna have shit for your grandmother, for your girl, for you, for the gym, for the radio, for you to think about. He gonna have a lot of songs, and you're gonna be like, oh shit, this nigga's, he's killing them. And Mos Def, aka Sadiq Bey, you're not gonna have that. But is he telling the truth as far as Drake being a target artist? Yeah, some of Drake's songs can be played at Target. Could you overlook him when he's an artist with an edge? Yeah, but you don't got as many hits as him. You don't. You might be lyrically more inclined than him if y'all was to go back and forth on some cypher shit and just rhyme. But as far as the hits and popularity, you're going to lose. And a lot of people is going to lose. Some of your Nas is probably going to lose to a Drake. If they do a versus, Nas will probably lose. Hov will probably lose. Busta will probably lose. There's only going to be a certain artist that can really hang with the popular songs that he's going to dish out in the verses. Because everybody's going to be like, oh, you know what I mean? When God's playing. You know what I mean? And what's the other song? Ain't got no panties. I don't know when to go back home. Like trips with them, you're playing so weak. And the song with Chris Brown. You got it, girl. You got it. He throw that on. Come on. Everybody gonna be like, this shit is crap. Hotline Bling, the shit with Rihanna. Don't stop, pop that, pop that, pop that. Like, I'm about seeing double, making triple. Hope you pussy ass niggas never make a nickel. It's better when your people make it with you. Money going, money coming. Ain't like you can take it with you. Like, I mean, when Drake got some hits, and you know, she the baddest, and she all I ever wanted, and you my everything, and we get it. A lot of people ain't gonna be able to compete with him. But is he a commercial artist? Yes, he is. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's the era that we living in. Was it a little shade, 52 block? You know what I mean? Yeah, it was. But nonetheless, Drake is a commercial artist, but a lot of niggas don't want to go verses for verses with him because he's going to eat you alive. That's just what it is. Some more hip-hop news. We got Jim Jones. You know, he recently came out like, yo, any nigga from my era, I got 100,000, come to the studio, let's get it popping, let's get it gully, let's see what it is and what it's going to be. And a lot of people, they was really getting at Jim Jones, like, yo, you know, you're almost 50, you still with the gang shit, you still with the woo, and and nobody really want to hear about you. And a lot of people were saying that, you know, he living in his second childhood. That's a Nas reference. I don't know if he living in his second childhood or not. What I will say is hip-hop and hip-hop artists do get viewed with a more critical eye. We looking at artists like, oh yeah, because you in your 40s, you're not supposed to be rapping. Because you this, you're not supposed to be doing X, Y, Z. But when it comes to, you know, other genres of music and, you know, pop culture, rock culture, metal, you know, heavy metal culture, you know, these artists, the Bon Jovis of the world, they still could go on tour. They still could get the bag, and people won't look at them like they old. They shouldn't be doing the type of music that they doing. Now I get it. Jim Jones could be a little emotional, and he could be a little off the whack a little bit, the weatherman, etc. Don Jotty, what's the word, my guy? He could be a little off. But is he right, though? Is the people from his era fucking with him? So I start thinking like, damn, Jim Jones came out with his first album, if I'm not mistaken, in 2002, right? Let me check. Just for sakes of being right. Jim Jones came out with his first album 2004. That's the summer with Miami. Actually, that's not the summer with Miami. That's On My Way to Church. Then in 2005, he came out with That's the Summer with Miami, and that's one of my favorite albums of Jim Jones. Obviously, he got Ballin', he got, you know, shit with Max B, and, you know, obviously at that time, damn, 2005 was motherfucking 18 years ago. Damn it, man. Shit be flying around like this. We Fly High. Then he came out and with the Pope album, you know, Product of My Environment, etc. So I'll say like Uncasa, Dipset, Joel Santana, Hell Rail. Shout out to my nigga Hell Rail. Y'all know me and Hell Rail. We was locked up together, you know what I mean, etc. 40 Cal, Cameron. And then, you know, I was talking with my man. We was blowing on some Poison. Like I said, shout outs to SNS. We was blowing on some Poison, you know what I mean? Let me get out of play real quick, you know what I mean? And he was like, yo, don't you think Cam and Mace, don't they, you know, deserve to, you know, put him on the show or make him relevant, etc.? Who is he talking about? And I'm like, that's a good question. I'm not really sure who he's talking about. But do they deserve, I mean, do they owe him to put him on the show? You know what I mean? Or is it a thing where, you know, you're not rocking with us, we not rocking with you? Where's my shit at? You know what I mean? This is my shit right here. This is my shit right here. SNS, what's the word?
Oh man.
Oh man.
Ain't nothing besides over here, man.
Hey, roll up.
Rolling up, I'm tryna get fucked up. I'm tryna get fucked up. Shorty love, big booties in the couch. That really turned her out. All my legs, cribs and Fonto. Water dog style back, rolling up. One hand and one good. I be smoking on the coins, smoking coins. I be smoking just about coins,
Rolling nothing but the
coins.
alright.
Smoking on the coins,
All that
motion. Smoking that purple potion. If I roll this runs a gumbo, I'ma get this shit in motion. I'm paper plane like I'm Taylor Gang. All that 41 calls me man.
That's S&S, young lady.
Mix the gelato with ether, the currency bump through the speakers. I did this out with a piffy the haze. They granted they made me a demon. Now I'm on a wait for Scotty. Does he do when I like gelati? White with a looking like Kalani. And a cake like a ratty. I'm on that birthday cake. When I have birthday sex. Do a little wink and bang.
Take away all your stress.
She got that grape jelly. Damn, shorty know what I like.
Rolling light and smoking, now it's time to get rolling up. I'm trying to get fucked up. I'm trying to get fucked up. Shorty this, big booties in the cush. That really turn her up. So shout out to my nigga S&S, you know what I mean? And you know, when it comes to hip hop of that era, a lot of people will look down on Jim Jones like, he was the lesser out of Dipset, and a lot of people do feel that way. I feel that way as well. But in the post when he like, yo, I challenge anybody, you know, in the booth, 100,000. I'm not talking about to the lobby boys or to the fitness club boys. So I guess he's talking about Mano. He's talking about Fab. You know, they got their little fitness club shit. But are you rocking with Jim Jones or are you not rocking with Jim Jones? And who from his era that you think can fuck with him? Because I say in 94, hold on, 94, that's when I came on. 94 is when I came on. Where's this shit at? I was looking at artists that was released in 94, 95. You got Jada, you got Lloyd Banks. They came out with their projects. What You So Mad At Now, Go Get Yourself Something. You had Lloyd Banks with his first debut album. Young Buck before that. Game before that. You know, you got Ukasa, Purple City. Like I said, is he talking to Jewels? He's talking to Cam. Do they owe him something to have him on the show? And it is what it is. You know, is he mad? Who is he talking about? Or do you view him as a lot of the comments that I seen online where people, man, I was born. Well, if you was born in 95 and you a little young buck, I mean, you're younger than me, you know what I'm saying? And niggas that's in my era. Who do you think he's talking about, and is he right? Is he one of them people that can pick up the phone and say, yo, I'm way better than a lot of you niggas? Is Jim Jones better than a lot of niggas? Or do you view him as the lesser of Dipset? Like, for instance, like for niggas that fuck with the locks, and y'all know on my channel I say, not the locks from Yonkers, but the locks to get us the winner chicken dinners. A lot of people would consider Chic Luke's the lesser of the locks, and that Jada and Styles is the best two of the locks. A lot of people looked at Jim Jones as the less member of Dipset. I mean, for me personally, I got Cam, I had Jewels, I got 40, I got Hell Rel, you know, and even if you want to count Max B, the wavy man, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? The wavy girl, like, you know what I mean? He is the, you know, the writer and the energy behind some of these Jim Jones songs. Or are you rocking with Jim Jones? Like, nah, Jim Jones is better than these niggas and woo, 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 and What I will say is we need to stop putting that negative undertone on rappers. You see me, what's the word? You know what I mean? Like, you see me, hi haters, you see me. Do we put a negative undertone on our rappers and people who we rock with? For instance, like, you know, obviously you looking at them like, nah, they was the lesser, or they was the person people trying to come up off. I think Jim Jones was definitely better than what people thought he was, but I don't think he is as far as real super fire nice like he think he is. You know, and then he had the back and forth with Pusha T and Real Side Note, because this is my show and we about to get out of here. Pusha T, you know, he's on the red carpet, or he's walking the runway out in Paris with the Louis Vuitton and all this bubblegum shit, and you looking real funny out there on those, social media streets. He was sitting out there with what's the young boy name? He did the what's the young boy name? Lil Nas X. You in the video with the same socks on as him, and that's you, Pusha T. We looking at you with the side eye. You out there, you on the runway. Even though Jim Jones was on the runway too, and you had Hassan Campbell, the YouTuber. Like, yo, you looking real uncomfortable out there in them streets with the blouse on and walking on these runways. So, when it comes to rappers, entertainers, and athletes, etc., me personally, I'm not shocked and amazed when you put the beat on. A lot of y'all is, but when it comes to me, I'm not shocked and amazed when you put the beat on. Not in the least. I'm not buying into that shit that y'all buying. And that's what it is. We might have missed a few things. It's Popovich TV. You know what I mean? You know what it is. A couple other things going on in the news, but we might catch back up on it in a little bit. But you know what it is. It's your guy, Popovich. Y'all was just tuned in to my show. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling back up in here one more again. Yeah, kid. Ah.